How can I relieve my anxiety? Coping strategies for fast relief. Does anxiety sometimes overwhelm you? If so, you might benefit from learning strategies for fast anxiety relief. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm David Yadush, LPCC, a licensed therapist with BetterHelp, and today we're talking about coping strategies to manage anxiety and stress. Many people find that learning to calm anxious thoughts is essential to well-being. But what do you do when you just can't seem to relax? Well, fortunately, you can learn how to deal with anxiety and stress. Often, this involves learning techniques from those anxiety-filled moments. The approaches we'll cover today are evidence-based methods to reduce anxiety and stress. By reducing anxiety, you can also foster mental health. Whether you're dealing with daily stressors or anxiety attacks, you can use these techniques and practices. These strategies can also help you become more present, breaking the cycle of anxious thoughts. What is anxiety? Most people experience anxiety from time to time in response to stressful circumstances. When we mention anxiety, we're often talking about feelings of fear, worry, or tension brought about by stress or uncertainty. These feelings are usually caused by the activation of the body's stress response, also known as the fight or flight response. The constant activation of the stress response can lead to chronic stress, overwhelming your body's ability to cope. Findings reported by the American Psychological Association also show a link between chronic stress and anxiety. Anxiety disorders involve intense feelings of anxiety that do not go away, even in the absence of an obvious stressor. Anxiety symptoms include insomnia or trouble sleeping, worrying, fearfulness, sweating, uneasy feelings or a sense of danger, difficulty concentrating, rapid breathing, difficulty to relax, cold or sweaty hands or feet, rapid heart rate, dizziness, and dry mouth. What are tips for anxiety relief and stress management? Since there's a connection between stress and anxiety, effective anxiety relief often begins with relaxation techniques. These techniques can help regulate the body's stress response. In doing so, you may feel calmer and more in control. Deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and guided imagery are 3 helpful strategies for stress management. One breathing exercise you may want to try is box breathing. Box breathing can help you manage stress and anxiety. To try it, you may need to sit or lie down where you can relax. Inhale, breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold. Hold your breath for a count of 4. Exhale. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 4. Hold. Hold your breath for another count of 4. And repeat. Continue doing this until you feel relaxed. How do I manage panic attacks? Sometimes, however, anxiety is so strong that it leads to a panic attack. So, how do you manage a panic attack? First, take a deep breath, and then another deep breath. Focus on breathing slowly and counting each breath as you exhale. Some people may also stamp their feet while counting the breath. You may also focus on your senses. For instance, touch the fabric of your sweater, put on relaxing music, listen to the sound of a distant bird, or focus on the tree outside your window. Grounding techniques can also help. Grounding means connecting with the here and now. Grounding helps to shift your focus away from anxious thoughts and connect you to the present. One grounding exercise is the 5-4-3-2-1 method. The 5-4-3-2-1 method also involves focusing on the senses, but you'll also be counting things. This method goes like this. Identify 5 things that you can see. Identify 4 things that you can touch. Identify 3 things that you can hear. Identify 2 things that you can smell. And identify 1 thing that you can taste. Another grounding exercise is counting backwards from 100. But instead of counting sequentially, you can count in intervals such as 100, 95, 90. This exercise requires concentration, helping to shift the focus from anxious thoughts and rumination. Have you experienced a panic attack? What helped you? Leave a comment below. If this video is helpful, please subscribe and like our channel. Another powerful tool we have for anxiety relief is meditation. Meditation is known to help reduce symptoms of anxiety. Studies published in the National Institute of Health, for example, show that mindfulness meditation can reduce anxiety and depression. Mindfulness means being aware of your experience of the present moment. The practice encourages you to notice your surrounding and what's going on inside of you. Usually, mindfulness involves focusing on the breath and bodily sensations while noticing thoughts come and go without judgment. To begin to learn meditation, you might start with a guided mindfulness meditation. You can easily find these meditations online. Some respected meditation teachers also offer free mindfulness courses. When you practice, it's helpful to carve out a few minutes each day for this purpose, and in time, you'll likely work your way up to longer sessions. By practicing regularly, you may find it easier to tap into mindfulness in moments when anxiety arises. As well as mindful awareness through meditation, you may also want to take a closer look at thoughts that add to anxiety. One helpful tool to address the root of anxiety is called cognitive restructuring. Cognitive restructuring. Often, anxiety stems from negative or irrational thoughts and beliefs. One technique that can help you challenge distorted patterns of thinking is called cognitive restructuring. Cognitive restructuring is a powerful technique used in CBT therapy. The technique involves identifying negative thoughts, questioning their accuracy, and replacing these thoughts with more helpful ones. For example, a person who experiences anxiety in social situations may hold the belief that there's something wrong with them. Through cognitive reframing, they may challenge this belief by recalling their strength, such as their quirky sense of humor and their intelligence. They can then reframe their belief by saying something like, "While I'm sometimes nervous around others, that doesn't mean I have nothing to offer." This technique can help reduce the intensity of anxiety and build resilience. Another helpful way to relieve stress and anxiety is exercise. Exercise can help you cope with anxiety in many ways. First, exercise produces endorphins that lift your mood. Even a short walk can help take your mind off stressful situations. At the same time, exercise alleviates physical health concerns that may worsen anxiety. In addition, regular exercise can also help you sleep better. When we speak of exercise, this doesn't mean you need a strenuous workout routine. You just have to find a routine that you enjoy and do it consistently. This can mean dancing, swimming, hiking, yoga, or walking. However, it's helpful to aim for at least 30 minutes of exercise each day, or around 5 hours of moderate exercise per week, and less if you go for more strenuous exercise. If you exercise in nature, you may benefit even more. Spending time in nature has been shown to provide many benefits to physical, mental, and emotional health. Whether it's a hike or a walk in the park, fresh air alone can help you feel calmer and more at ease. Taking a morning walk can be especially helpful for those who have trouble sleeping. That's because exposure to sunlight can help regulate the body's circadian rhythm. And if you sleep well, you're much more likely to see your anxiety improve. Yet another helpful tool for anxiety is journaling. Keep a journal. Journaling can help you process anxious thoughts and feelings. Research shows that the practice of expressive writing can reduce anxiety and improve mental health. By jotting down your feelings, you can also understand yourself better, your patterns, challenges, and strengths. The practice may also help you cultivate mindfulness. You may also use your journal to track your moods, symptoms, and what helps you or doesn't help you. Some people also use it to draw or sketch. Others may make plans for their day or week to feel more in control. If you try journaling, aim to do it in a way that works for you, that encourages you to reach out for it to express yourself. Finally, if you're having a hard time coping with anxiety, consider reaching out to a therapist. Next, learn additional methods to manage anxiety by watching our video titled, What is anxiety? A guide to manage anxiety and stop worrying. Remember, managing anxiety in your day-to-day life can make a big difference for mental health. Using these tips to calm your body and mind can relieve anxiety and foster resilience. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing. And thanks for watching. See you next time.